it's Kelly here. Welcome to day four of Vlogmas. I hope you're having a great December so far. Today I am not at work, so it's a little bit later than I've been appearing in previous videos. I did not sleep in as I suggested I might, but I did get up and do a few things before I sat down to film. So I've put out some washing. I've got stuff has been done. Had a shower. I washed my hair. It's already been a busy morning. I have an appointment to go to shortly, so I'm going to make this a little bit speedy this morning. But let's get straight into it. Let's start with our earrings. So we are picking from the crazy wall of earrings. Now I am going to a physio appointment, which will probably entail me lying down, maybe sometimes on my side, so I don't want anything too bulky today. So I was thinking maybe of selecting from the small dangle section here, or maybe a stud. Actually, let's go with a stud, because that's right, these are, I've had to put, they're not just hooked on because they fall. I'm going to go with these little guys. Hopefully you can see that. He's a little Christmas dinosaur, which is fun. Little Christmas triceratops for a Thursday morning. I think will go down quite well. So let me just grab the second one. It's shaping up to be warm today. 29 degrees, which is in Celsius, so I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but warm. Not as warm as it's going to be tomorrow, apparently. I think tomorrow is supposed to be a lot hotter, but we're going to try and stay cool today. Okay, let's do our roll and spin next. We got a 4, so we are going to be reading today from the Everymans, which is what we do when we roll a 4. Okay, so that means that we are going to use this spinner. Uh-oh, do not knock over the computer. Here we go. So we'll see what we get for today. Vanka? V-A-N-K-A. That sounds like it could be a Russian writer, perhaps. It is. It's Anton Chekhov. So that's on page 179 through to 187. A lot of these have been very similar length. What did I just say? Instantly forgot. 179. Alright. 177. Here we go. So it is Vanka by Anton Chekhov, translated by Constance Garnett. And 2 of those pages are just the title and then a blank page, or even shorter. So we'll read that one a bit later today, but that's ready to go for later today. Let's do our 2 of our what are these called again? Advent calendars. We'll start with our potentially unhinged one that I got from Temu. Don't do it, folks. Okay, let's find number 4. Here it is. It's right down in this bottom corner here. This little mermaid. Now this one is notoriously difficult to get into, so I'm just going to push it through before I do the review. This feels, it's something fluffy. Oh my god. Okay, there is only one thing in there. Wow. Okay. Is it? Okay. I'll hold it so that you can see. It's a keyring that is a unicorn. with a like fluffy ball. I actually don't hate that. That's kind of crazy. But it's certainly wild. Wild and unexpected. And it's been sitting for like a really long time in this box, so it's very squished. But that's kind of fun. I feel like there'll be a kid in my life who will be very happily receive that. So we're not doing our stationery calendar today because that one's only a 12, and we did it yesterday, so we're just going to alternate with that one. But we will do this one. Where's number 4? Here it is. Number 4. This is our little wooden figurines. I'm sensing a theme to today. And that theme is magical unicorn. Well, okay. Not a traditional Christmas creature. Magical unicorn Thursday. I like it. Okay. I'm loving this. Okay, I'm gonna think on that. Maybe there's something else magical unicorn that we can do today. That would be very fun. Okay, we're going to do our tea and little advent that my husband puts together. I'm going to do the tea later today, but today's tea, oh, one of my faves. This is a Twinings lemon and ginger. These are the best for when you are feeling unwell in particular, because they're very like warming. So yes, very excited to have that one. I've got my little Sudoku. Oh, I forgot to show you yesterday. I realized when I was editing that I did complete yesterday's one, so I'll just put that out there right there. Here's today's, and today's joke from Charlie's Chuckle Corner. Why? Okay, the jokes this year, really good. Why shouldn't you iron a 4-leaf clover? Why shouldn't you iron a 4-leaf clover? Okay, pause if you want to think on that a little longer, because I feel like you can get it. I feel like you can get it. If you think about synonyms for ironing. Okay, I'm going to tell you. The answer is you should never press your luck. That's so clever. I like it. The joke's good. Very good this year so far. 10 out of 10. Okay. I'm going to check back in later because I've got to go off to my appointment. However, I will just say my husband is also home today, and we have decided that he's going to come with me to my appointment because nearby is a secondhand book store that we both like to explore. So we're probably going to pop in there afterwards. So I may have some books to show you as well if I find anything good. We're going to be sensible, we're going to be calm, and we're not going to buy things that we don't really want. So we're only going to buy the things that make us feel really excited. Okay? That's the assurance that I'm giving to you and the mantra I'm saying to myself. So we're gonna just chill, keep it chill, and not go overboard. Okay, I will catch back up with you. That's the second time I've said that. I will catch up with you later. If I am able to take a little bit of footage while we're out and about, I will. But if not, I'll just we'll just catch up later, and I'll show you what we get, and tell you all about our activities for the morning. Told you it was a unicorny day. Hello. We have returned from our expedition. We did indeed go to the secondhand bookstore, so I'm going to show you what I got. And this will be in lieu of recording a separate haul video. I'm just going to show you all the things now. So I got 2 books that I have already read, but I either just really liked the edition or I didn't have a copy of it. So I have read Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. This is one of the Penguin Classic Deluxe editions, which I got for $6. So I thought that was a good deal. The spine is a little bit broken, I guess, cracked, but it's still a really nice edition. So I'm happy to have that because this was a book I really enjoyed. I also picked up a copy of Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado, which I have read. I read it. I double checked. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is the one I've read. And when I checked back, I had rated it 4.5 stars. So I really enjoyed this. I think it's a short story collection, I believe. Yeah, short story collection. And it's sort of horror, but in the sense of like creepiness and atmosphere, as opposed to like gore for the most part, although there was a little bit in there, but I really liked that short story collection, so I was happy to find a copy of it. Then I picked up a bunch of books that I didn't already have a copy of. We found another Pratchett, so this is Strata, and if you watched my most recent haul video, I had another Terry Pratchett book in that haul, and basically if ever I see these out and about, I just get them. This was only $4 as well, so that seemed like a good deal to me, because it is my intention at some point to read through the Discworld series. I'm not doing too well on that goal for now, but it hasn't really been a huge focus, so I just pick them up when I see them. Another one I picked up is a copy of The Divine Comedy, but this is volume 1, Inferno, in the Penguin Black Spine edition by Dante. So yeah, I haven't read this before, and I'm interested to read it. So I thought I would give this one a go, because I think this translation of it is well regarded. So that one was also $4. I've never read Lord of the Flies. Let me know if you have. My husband had said he had read it, and he said it's worth reading. He read it when he was at school. But yeah, I have never read it before, but this just seemed like an interesting edition of it, so I picked that one up as well. I collect this style, this kind of edition of the Georgette books, and this one is Bath Tangle, which is one I didn't have, so I was very happy to find that one. But yeah, I have been getting into reading Georgette Heyer, and I really enjoy her historical romances, so if ever I see any of these that I don't have, I keep like a little list in the notes app on my phone so that I can cross-check against what I've got, because my collection is up on the highest shelf behind me here. So yeah, I've got quite a few of them, but I didn't have this one, so that was very exciting. I read another book by this author, Vivek Shraya. I read She of the Mountains, which was a 5-star read for me, so when I found this poetry collection by them, I decided to pick it up, and I'm excited to have it. It looks like it will be a lot of the poems are quite sparse in the way that they're presented on the page, so I think it will be a relatively fast read, but I'm very pleased to have this in my collection and to be able to read it at some point. When did this one come out, actually? This is, originally it came out in 2016, so I think that would have been, it mentions She of the Mountain on the back, so She of the Mountain must be older. Although this third print, it says third printing 2017, so that must be when this one came out. So anyway, very excited to have that one. And then I also found this. This is a book that came out this year, and I had picked it up in my local bookstore and had a look at it, and I decided it wasn't a priority, so I didn't get it. So I found a secondhand copy, which is crazy because it only just came out. This one was a little bit pricier, I guess, because it's a 2025 publication, but it was $8. But given that it's one that I was interested in anyway, I decided to get it. It's called Miles Franklin Undercover by Kerrie Davies, and this is, Miles Franklin is probably So she wrote a book called My Brilliant Career, which was made into a film in the, I want to say back in the like 70s or 80s maybe, but it was a really well done film. So and I have seen the film, and I've read the book as well. But yeah, that's sort of what she's best known for. We have our two biggest prizes, literary prizes, are named for her. So we have the Miles Franklin Literary Award, and we also have the Stella Prize, because Stella was her real name, I believe, or her actual first name, or one of her names. Anyway, the Stella Prize is also named for her, which is a prize that I really like reading each year. But yeah, I was very excited to find this. So this is basically about her. Yeah. So it's uncovering a particular period in her life. So basically, she wrote her book, My Brilliant Career, but then her family farm got sold, her new novels were rejected, she was broke. Just 2 years after her debut, Miles disappeared. And this is basically like what happened to her after that happened. So she is going to Sydney, to Melbourne, she goes to Chicago. So yeah, like very interesting sort of part of her life that we haven't heard that much about. So excited to have that as well. And I also found this. It's not a book. These are postcards, and it's 100 postcards, flowers, from the Royal Horticultural Society. I'm guessing in the UK. But yeah, it's a beautiful little, and it's brand new in box. It was $18, but like per postcard, that works out to be really, really cheap. And the images are very beautiful. So I'm going to have to get into like sending postcards, because I think that's pretty fun. All right, so let's move those over to the side, because I have some other updates for you as well. First of all, we are going to try the tea, which has been steeping for a very long time, which one of the things about this tea is you can just keep continually steeping it and it doesn't become too much. But I will take the tea bag out. I have a little thing for the tea bag to go, and I didn't just randomly plonk it somewhere. All right, let's give it a try. It's good. It's just so warming. So I highly recommend this tea. This mug, by the way, is one of my other red and green Christmas colour mugs that I pulled out to use during this period. But this one comes from T2, and it was a gift. This was gifted to me by my cats and my husband. That tea is very, very nice. Okay. What else can I update you on? Oh yes, I completed this little guy. Did I? I didn't. I missed one box. Excuse me for one moment while I just draw a little star. Here I was feeling so organised. Okay, now I have completed it. Apologies. There you go. All done for today. So yeah, that's that done. And I also have read the story. So today I was reading the story called Vanka by Anton Chekhov, translated by Constance Garnett. This was a very bleak story, and basically it is about a 9-year-old boy called Vanka Zhukov, and he has been apprenticed to a shoemaker for a couple of months, and we find out that he is an orphan. Both of his parents have passed away, but his grandfather is a servant in a big house, and he originally was living with the grandfather and his mother, but when his mother passed away, he ended up being, I guess, sent off to become this apprentice to a shoemaker. And so he basically, while the family on Christmas Eve have gone to midnight mass, so everyone's kind of out of the house, he sneaks in to get some paper and a pen and write a letter to his grandfather, basically begging him to make it happen for him to come back to the big house where the grandfather works as well. Very, very bleak story. I mean, it is set at Christmas, so it is a Christmas story, I guess, but it's certainly not a Christmas vibes story, let me just say. Also, there's mention of cruelty to a human, obviously, but and a small child, but also cruelty to animals is mentioned in here, so I wouldn't recommend it if that's something that is a trigger for you. I don't like to read about that sort of thing. It wasn't particularly pleasant, even though it's not something that triggers me in the same way that it might somebody else. I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, this is a no from me for that one. But I did kind of get the feel for his writing, because I've not read any Chekhov before. I do have a book of his, I believe, on my shelf to read at some point, so I will at some point get to that. But yeah, I could see the quality of the writing, even though the story itself was not for me. So I'm glad to have read it, just to, you know, have had a little taster of Chekhov's writing and to maybe inspire me to pick up some more at some point. So I think that's it for updates for now. If anything else Christmassy happens, I'll insert a clip here through the day. I may do it something else Christmassy. We'll see. Hello. We had an unexpected trip to the vet for our ginger cat Charlie. She was walking a little bit funny, so we thought we better, and she's a diabetic cat, so we're always a bit hyper vigilant with any changes with her. So we've sent off blood work, etc. But I thought I'd just jump on here because I've got fur, because they had to shave her under here to be able to do her blood sample. And I have this little thing that I purchased some time ago, which is a little keepsake for your cat's fur. And we've just been sort of like, every time we give her like a brush, we'll put some in. We have one for Xanthi as well, but I was like, I'm not passing up to the opportunity of that much fur. So that's basically going to completely fill this up, I feel. So I'm just going to put it in and see how bulky we can get this thing to be. Oh yeah, that's good. Maybe that's what we need to do next time. They have to shave Xanthi for something, I'll collect that fur too. They gave it to me in a little baggie, which was very kind, so that I could bring it home without, you know, just shoving it in my pocket. Oh yeah, look at that. That's bulking up. I think that is plenty of fur. Oh, there is a bit of room. I've maybe pushed it down a bit too much. There's a lot of fur kind of sticking up. And there we go. So that's much bulkier now. Little keepsake of little Charlie. That's all filled up now. So I just thought I'd show you, because that is a weird thing that's happened today. She seems fine. They were able to get a blood sample and a urine sample, so I think we're well placed. I'm going to find out tomorrow if anything's the matter, and if it is, then we'll, I guess, take it from there. But hopefully everything will be okay. I am going to have some dinner soon. But I did think that I might like to do something a little bit fun. And I recently purchased this little Lego adjacent thing from Kmart, in my local Kmart, which is a mini blocks Christmas tree. So I thought that would be fun to make. So I'm going to do that, and I will shoot a little bit of footage of me putting that together, and then I will show you the completed tree, if I get it done today or at some point. Whenever it gets done, I'll show it to you. instructions. That's what we're making. Okay, this one appears to be bag number 1. I don't know if it's significant. These books are tiny. So tiny. Okay, you don't want to see me sorting these blocks out, so I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and check in. Okay, it was more aesthetic and then I got sick of making it aesthetic, so it's just functional now. I have now sorted all the pieces. I've done both bags because I noticed that one of the pieces that's needed for step 1 was a piece that wasn't in the first bag, so that's just the whole lot. Alright, let's get started. So for this one we need a 2 by 6, which I think is that one. Yes, and we need 9 of those. Let me move across and we'll do it right where you can see, hopefully. Can you see here? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we need 2 longer ones. 2 by 8s. And we need 4 of these white corners, 4 of those, and 2 longer ones, 2 by 6s. Yep, alright. That is step 1 pieces ready to roll. Okay, so we've got longer ones and 2 shorter ones, and then we've got corners next to sticky outy bit next to long. Okay, this configuration basically, and the same on the other side. Good. So that's our base, and then we put these all on the top to hold it all together. I'm going to do that and then I'm going to come back and show you. Okay, so that's the base. That's step 1 done. I'm going to keep working and I will catch back up. I'm doing it again. I keep saying catch back up. I will catch up with you again once I've made a little bit more progress. Okay, we are halfway through the instructions now, so it seems like a good time to pop in and show you where we're up to. Cute present. Basically, we've got the base of the tree at this point, and this is what we've got left of all of the pieces. So I'm going to keep building and I will check in again with you once I've either made more progress or finished. Ta-da! It's done. We made it, and it's only 8:43 p.m. That's gonna definitely be it for today. So thank you all so much for watching the vlog today. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been an eventful day, and I will see you again tomorrow for our next installment of these Vlogmas shenanigans. See you there. Bye.